Exchange of firepower with an innocent bystander shot dead has incited a sense of outrage and a demand for answers. Well, the family of slain hostage Bonnie Vargas got some answers today from police. Frank Luciardo has the story.
Neighbors and relatives put flowers around the doorway of Bonnie Vargas's apartment building. The 41-year-old former native of Puerto Rico was the tragic victim of gunplay between police and a gunman in yesterday's wild shootout on Manhattan's Upper West Side. Bonnie's brother Raymond Vargas was told today by the medical examiner's office how she died.
The bullet struck her heart and then broke the lungs, hit the spine, and the cause was instantly.
But for Raymond, the nagging hurt is his belief that police killed his sister.
So your sister was killed by who?
By the police. By the officer who was standing next to me.
New York City police have put together a blue ribbon shooting panel that includes Chief of Patrol Mario Salvaggi, criminologist James Fife, and legendary hostage negotiator Frank Bowles.
They have to bring somebody from the outside to tell them what happened. I don't think that's a good idea.
All that remains at the spot where Bonnie Vargas died is some bleached bloodstains. Bonnie Vargas's brother Raymond told me that he has contacted their lawyer and he hasn't decided yet whether he will bring suit against the city for the wrongful death of his sister. He says money won't bring my sister back, but he says he wants the police to learn from their mistakes. Frank Luciardo, News 4, New York.
Well, News 4 contacted panel member Frank Bowles. He has agreed to speak with us this evening, and you'll hear his comments tonight on News 4 at 11.
Carol, we've got a bizarre case of gate crashing at Gracie Mansion today. According to police, 34-year-old Jose Borges walked through the main gate at the mayor's mansion this morning, then refused to leave after security officers confronted him. When the cops tried to arrest him, he bit one of them on the finger, allegedly. Borges was eventually taken into custody. He was charged with assault, trespassing, resisting arrest. Now, the injured officer was treated at New York Hospital and he was released.
Housing the homeless in the dead of winter, it's one of the city's most daunting tasks. Overcrowded, deplorable. These words describe the conditions found by News 4 at one emergency center last night. As Julian Phillips reports, today was the day to search for solutions.
Let them see the bathroom.
Yeah, hurry up. The other bathroom back, they clean.
You'd be hard-pressed to find worse conditions in the slums of Calcutta. News 4 uncovered filthy, overcrowded conditions at the Catherine Street shelter on the Lower East Side last night. Conditions so deplorable, some politicians are demanding quick solutions.
The city has got to provide real housing for these families. I don't know what they're going to do tomorrow morning when more people start flooding in here from all over the city. It's an absolute disgrace.
So we went to an all-day seminar sponsored by the Partnership for the Homeless to find out just what the city plans to do about it.
I mean, the only way to really deal with it is to reduce the numbers coming in and increase the numbers going out. And that's what my mandate is, that's what I'm going to try to do. I cannot in any way justify what's going on at Catherine Street. It's very sad.
There are over 100,000 homeless people who walk our streets who seek shelter. But for every person, there is a different problem. And the answers and the solutions are not quite that simple. That was a reason for this series of workshops, an attempt to find solutions to overcrowded shelters, as well as other problems like homeless kids with AIDS and the numbers of those walking our streets with mental illness.
The state has a $2.3 billion mental hygiene budget, but it's going to provide jobs for upstaters, not help the homeless.
I think that there's a lot more that government can and hopefully will do with the new administration.
The money has to be redirected from government to the not-for-profit, charitable, voluntary sector.
Should government play a larger role or private institutions like the Partnership? Well, there are differing opinions on that, but most agree housing, jobs, and self-sufficiency are keys to a devastating problem that some say is far from hopeless. Julian Phillips, News 4, New York.
Well, Andrew Stein accused the mayor of not having a concrete policy to deal with the homeless, but the mayor's office says it's on top of things.
To other developments now, President Clinton is reportedly open to the idea of barring homosexuals from combat, from sea duty and other close quarters, even if the ban on gays in the military is lifted. Yesterday, the president compromised and delayed the ban lifting by 6 months. In the wake of mixed reaction to that decision, the president left for Camp David. He'll meet with cabinet members there in an effort to plan strategies for the coming months. Key issues include economic reform and health care, in addition to the gays in the military ban.
Ban now! Lift the ban now!
Back in Manhattan now, hundreds of demonstrators marching in support of lifting the ban today. They started out from Sheridan Square in Greenwich Village, ended with a rally in Times Square. The activist groups say they were marching with the simple message, this is about discrimination. Now, they claim during the 6-month delay, many lesbian and gay lives will be ruined because of the ban.
Well, there was another protest today in Manhattan. This was a protest against porn. New Yorkers who live in Murray Hill are upset about the opening of X-rated sex shops. At 37th Street and 3rd Avenue, they gathered to make their feelings known. They have gotten more than 3,000 signatures on petitions to oust the shops opening in their residential neighborhood. Well, it's been 2 weeks now since little Catherine Beers was freed from her underground bunker. She's been with a foster family on Long Island since then. And now a friend of the family says that Catherine has gained weight, giggles a lot, and is enjoying school. And for the first time in her life now has stability and a set routine. The only snag, her reluctance to go to the dentist, who found her teeth badly in need of attention.
Say that about a lot of us, too, couldn't you?
Yes.
Still much more to tell you about on News 4. The new owner of the Post is reportedly talking bankruptcy protection for the troubled tabloid. Just hours left now until a new toll hike kicks in at city bridges and tunnels.
Well, the countdown's also on for the big kickoff out in California tomorrow. We'll take a look at the preparations to bring Super Bowl 27 into your living room. And Joe Whitty's got the Super Sunday forecast.
That's right, Carol. Rain showers right at this hour in Los Angeles. And take a look at the satellite time-lapse streaming down from Canada. Some snow showers headed this way. I'll have all the updated details in just a minute when News 4 New York continues.
If you've always been content just to observe an eclipse, right now, you have a choice of 2 offers guaranteed to get you moving. Lease a 1993 Mitsubishi Eclipse for as little as $169 a month. Or buy one and get $1,000 cash back. But move quickly before these eclipse opportunities pass you by.
Announces the arrival of Roy's Roasters, honey-basted, slow-roasted chicken that will leave you speechless. It's so good. New Roy's Roasters. A one-of-a-kind place for a one-of-a-kind taste.
7 years went into it. 750,000 people have driven it. It was the first car in its class to offer dual airbag protection. Mercury Sable Sedan and Sable Wagon. And look at this number. Lease Sable Sedan for just $279 a month for 24 months with $1,675 down. Mercury Sable Sedan and Wagon. You simply have to have it. At your Lincoln Mercury dealer today.
We're told tonight that 3 people were injured when an ambulance collided with a car on Park Avenue today. The ambulance was from Lenox Hill Hospital. The blue Camaro, as you can see, sustained heavy damage. Now, the details are still sketchy at this hour, but we're told that all of those injured were in that car. We do know 2 of the injured were taken to St. Luke's Hospital and 1 of them to Bellevue. The accident happened late this afternoon on Park Avenue and 77th Street. We have no word yet on the extent of the injuries.
Well, the New York Post is not commenting tonight on a report in its rival paper, the Daily News, that the Post may declare bankruptcy. But Stephen Hoffenberg, the money man who stepped forward at the 11th hour to buy the failing paper, says that wouldn't hamper his expansion plans. He says the former owner, personally bankrupt real estate developer Peter Calico, had been operating the paper as if it were already bankrupt. This morning on News 4, Hoffenberg said he will take the Post public in 1993.
I intend to do that and work on that actively now, and I've had calls from underwriters since I announced that. And I spoke to a couple of my friends that are underwriters on Wall Street, and they're very interested in it.
Well, meantime, Hoffenberg tells Post employees that half of the 20% pay cut they agreed to will be reinstated on Monday.
The chairman of American Express is calling it quits. He says he's resigning for the good of the company. James Robinson III has led the nation's 2nd biggest financial services company now for nearly 16 years. Well, just 4 days ago, Robinson successfully fought the company's board. They wanted him out, but now he suddenly decided to turn over the reins of the company to his hand-picked successor, and that is a man named Harvey Golub.
Well, it seems there will be at least one Mr. Cuomo going to Washington. Reports now circulating that the governor's son, Andrew, has been chosen Assistant Secretary of Housing and Urban Development. He would serve under HUD Secretary Henry Cisneros in the area of community planning and development. The 35-year-old Mr. Cuomo has long been an advocate for the homeless and served on the Clinton transition team.
City Consumer Affairs Commissioner Mark Green is telling us tonight that he's targeting gas stations that don't post those signs about free oil recycling. An investigation by his department has found that 52% of all New York City service stations haven't put up those signs. They're required by state law, telling customers the station will accept used motor oil for recycling and at no charge.
Half the gas stations violate the law and don't post the signs, with a direct result that 90% of all the used motor oil that's changed at home is not returned, but is dumped into our environment.
So the service stations caught by Consumer Affairs inspectors without that used oil collection sign, they're going to face fines up to $350.
Well, just a reminder, not only is tomorrow Super Bowl Sunday, it's also Toll Hike Day. Tolls go up on all Triborough Bridge and Tunnel Authority crossings, and that hike goes into effect at 3 a.m. tomorrow morning, and it affects both cars and trucks. So for the Verrazano Narrows Bridge, you'll be paying $6 for a round trip, up from $5, while tolls on the Triborough, Throgs Neck, and Bronx Whitestone bridges are up 50 cents to $3 each way. The Queens, Midtown, and Brooklyn Battery tunnels are also going to $3 from $2.50, and the Henry Hudson, Cross Bay, and Marine Parkway bridges are all up from $1.25 to $1.50.
Still more coming up next on News 4. You missed the snow this winter? Not me, but well, we'll take you to a winter wonderland right here in the city if you do miss it. And plus, we're going to go to Pasadena, where they're getting ready for the super broadcast of the Super Bowl. And how about the forecast for Super Bowl Sunday? Joe Woody will have the score on that when News 4 continues. You're ready, Joe, right?
Oh, I'm ready. Yes,
okay.
Hey, guys, let's head back.
I'm starved.
Good, because tonight I'm making pork chops with rice and sauce.
Awesome.
Only Lipton turns aged cheddar, herbs, and spices into a delicately seasoned sauce. So velvety smooth. People can't wait to tear into it.
Boy, today was a killer, huh?
Yes.
I can't wait till we do it again next week.
Lipton rice and sauce, the taste you can't wait to tear into.
You know something? We really love our new Ford Explorer. I love it for shopping. It's still got the most room of all. I love it for the weekends. It's got the convenience of push-button four-wheel drive. I love it for its safety. Things like full-time four-wheel anti-lock brakes. The Ford Explorer. We just love it.
We think you'll love Explorer for its value with $1,900 in savings.
See the 93 Explorer at your Ford dealer and see for yourself.
Wow, that's a lot of shrimp.
At Red Lobster, for a limited time, enjoy 30 shrimp for just $9.99.
What sounds good to you folks tonight? 30 shrimp, please. Great choice.
With lemon pepper shrimp, succulent scampi, delicious grilled shrimp, and our famous fried shrimp. That's 4 different kinds. 30 shrimp on one plate, just $9.99, at only one place.
Only at Red Lobster.
And kids get shrimp, too. A complete meal, just $1.99.
Howdy, folks. Cliff here at IHOP with my latest tune. I wake up in the morning, empty feeling inside. I need me a hearty meal, so I take a short ride. I get a big 2-egg breakfast, and it fills me to the top. And now I'm feeling great thanks to my local IHOP. Sorry, folks, but the song's over. What a great crowd.
The big 2-egg breakfast, only $3.99. That's $3.99 Monday through Friday till 11 a.m. at IHOP now.
It was a great day for the second annual New York City Winter Festival. It's sponsored by Herman Sporting Goods, the festival playing itself out on Central Park's Great Lawn, and that is where, yes, the artificial snowmakers produce plenty of the white stuff. You really have to look twice. Activities included cross-country and downhill skiing, snow sculpture, and even a little rollerblading. I wonder if we'll get any of that stuff. Will you look at that?
Hot dog.
Oh, I can do that.
Yeah, right.
Sure, sure. It's really
I did a little rollerblade in the park today, but nothing like that.
Listen to the bragging here. I got to see all you guys really produce this.
Welcome back, by the way, Rob.
Thank you.
Good to have you back.
Pathetic, Joe. Pathetic.
You want some snow, Carol?
Yeah.
We've got some snow for you in the forecast.
Really?
Yes, indeed. Outside right now, it's increasing clouds is what we'd call it. The temperature now is at 34 degrees. Today's high was 36 degrees, and the morning low was very cold, down to 22 degrees. Winds now out of the west at 15 miles an hour, so we do have a little bit of wind chill. Barometer rising, but don't let that fool you. Let's double-check the weather radar time-lapse over the past 3 hours. The light green coming down from Buffalo, a little bit of light snow. So expect some light snow about dawn tomorrow in the tri-state area. But let's go out west and check the situation for the Rose Bowl. They have now light rain showers at the Rose Bowl. This month, they've had 15 inches of rain. This little system is going to back up over the Rose Bowl area and perhaps give them a chance of some showers tomorrow, about a 1 in 3 chance of showers. Let's come home for us. For us, the outlook for February, generally normal type of February, but for the West, mild and dry, a big change from their very wet situation. It looks like the El Nino storm track is going to go Texas to Florida, leave us with sort of normal situation for February. In the short term, increasing clouds tonight, temperatures dipping down to 17 to 18 north and west of the city, and by dawn tomorrow or thereabouts, expect a little snow flurry here and there. Temperatures starting to warm up, winds out of the southwest, and then midday tomorrow, still some snowflakes around the tri-state area. Highs will be about 37 degrees here in the city, at the freezing point north and west of us, and generally the extended outlook for the next week, Monday through Friday, it looks like more of what we had last week. Basically fair skies and no major storms headed this way. So, snow is in the forecast, not much, just a dusting. Ralph?
All right, we have no complaints then.
Right.
Thank
None
you.
whatsoever.
I don't know, I can think of a thing or two. Well, but anyway, Super Sunday Madness still ahead for you. We'll take a look at what it takes to televise the football game of football games. And Sal has the latest player preps from Pasadena, plus a Super Bowl bet you'll want to hear about. Stay with us.
I'm no pushover. I don't jump every time somebody screams sale. I mean, even though I need a new car, I'm waiting for the right deal. So when I come down there, you better be ready for me. Because when you say now is the right time, it better not just be balloons and confetti. So, what do you got?
Lease a Nissan Maxima or Pathfinder for just $269 a month till February 2nd.
Where do you find all this? If you said the Bahamas, you're not only right, you're close. The Bahamas, the country Columbus first set foot on. Non-stop from JFK and Newark. Call 1-800-7-BAHAMAS or your travel agent.
Super Bowl Record Book brought to you by Amoco. You expect more from a leader.
Super Bowl 8. The Minnesota Vikings hold Miami to only 6 completed passes and set a new defensive mark. Which team did even better? The answer after this message.
What's clear? Crystal clear Amoco Ultimate. What isn't? All other premium gasolines. What's clear? Amoco Ultimate is the only premium refined an extra step to remove harmful impurities other premiums leave in. Impurities that can rob your engine of performance and pollute the air. What's clear? If you use premium, now you have a reason to switch. Crystal clear. Crystal clear Amoco Ultimate.
Super Bowl 17, the Washington Redskins defensive line, linebackers, and secondary combined to hold the Miami Dolphins to only 4 completed passes and set a near-perfect game record. For the Redskins defense, a page in the Super Bowl record book.
Well, as the Bills and the Cowboys make final preparations for tomorrow's Super Bowl 27, the folks at NBC Sports are going down the home stretch, too, getting ready to broadcast the game to millions. Mark Barger has a behind-the-scenes look.
When the Cowboys and Bills take the field at the Rose Bowl Sunday, more than 100,000 fans will fill the seats. Another 110 million people will watch around the country. Super Bowl 27 will be the most watched television program of the year.
We're super busy. Did you get the message about that, gentlemen?
Technicians have been working all week getting ready for Sunday's event. 8 mobile production trucks have been brought in for the broadcast, as well as 25 miles. That's 25 miles of video cable to carry the pictures from 17 cameras placed strategically around the stadium.
It took us just a full day just to park the trucks before we could even open them up and start getting the cable out. We had to be in a full halftime rehearsal by Thursday, which means full facilities up for halftime. So if you park the trucks on Monday, you got Tuesday to set up, Wednesday to set up, and we're doing facts on Thursday.
The Super Bowl broadcast begins with pregame. This is one of 2 locations from where Bob Costas will be hosting the 2.5 hours of coverage. After that, the attention shifts to the main event. Now, this is the vantage point that Dick Enberg and Bob Trumpy will have to call the action in Super Bowl 27, action that they hope produces a game to remember.
I mean, we have wonderful marquee value offensively, especially, and 2 terrific quarterbacks, and the game's 2 most exciting runners, in my opinion. Defenses that aren't well known, but obviously perform well. In a grand setting, I mean, the Rose Bowl is with all of its history, is a terrific arena in which to present this drama.
And as if that wasn't enough, a Garth Brooks national anthem and a Michael Jackson halftime show should make the Super Bowl an entertainment spectacle in a venue that has seen more than its share. In Pasadena, I'm Mark Barger for NBC News.
Behind all of that, there really is a game, and here's Sal to tell us about it.
Okay. Well, it wouldn't hurt to get your game faces ready. Maybe curfew wouldn't hurt tonight. At this time tomorrow night, the kickoff for Super Bowl 27, Dallas holding as a touchdown favorite over Buffalo. The Cowboys practicing at UCLA this week. The NFC champs say they are not awestruck about being in the football game with the Roman numeral. The Bills practicing at USC. The AFC champs needed the 2-week break because they were banged up. Today at the Rose Bowl, they rehearsed the halftime show. So what was the dumbest quote of the week?
There's only one ball in the game. When we got it, keep it. When they got it, take it away.
Well, despite Marv Levy, I like Buffalo. The new inductees for the Pro Football Hall of Fame have been announced in Los Angeles. Walter Payton, Dan Fouts, Larry Little, and coaches Chuck Noll and Bill Walsh. So I'm watching Rutgers at Rhode Island this afternoon, and I see the Scarlet Knights suffer a major meltdown early in the second half. The moment for Rutgers was right here. Damon Santiago, obviously ignoring his teammates, giving it the schoolyard try, a chuck that went in, plus a free throw. Down 39-37, Rhode Island dominated the rest of the second half. Mike Brown took a rebound and scored at the other end. The Rams zoomed to an 18-point lead. Rutgers coach Bob Wenzel suffering through a 28-8 run. Rams broke down the full-court press at the other end. Andre Samuel with 2 of his season-high 21 points. Rhode Island's Abdul Fox with a steal and Showtime basket. Rutgers lost 181. Rhode Island with 65 points in the second half. In the Big East tonight, Connecticut visits St. John's. Don't look for the injured Scott Burrell for the Huskies. This afternoon, Georgetown at Boston College. Joey Brown of the Hoyas with a second-half steal and layup. BC's lead trimmed to 5. Brown with 6 steals and 16 points. Billy Curry of Boston College muscling for a basket. Eagles 171-61. Curley with 19 points and 10 rebounds. BC 2 for 2 against Georgetown for the first time. Manhattan stopped Iona 83-74. And Hofstra pounded Stony Brook 78-57. The women's final at the Australian Open Championships. Steffi Graf in the far court, Monica Seles in the near. Seles was anchored to the baseline. She had only 4 winners and only 14 approaches to the net. Graf took the opening set, but Seles grabbed the next 2. Scores 4-6, 6-3, 6-2. Coming up, Seles serving for the match. Her 3rd straight Australian Open Championship. In her 3 visits down under, Monica is unbeaten in 21 matches. The 3rd-place Rangers lead the Devils and Islanders by only 2 points. And last night's loss in Buffalo really hurt. Rangers scored 3 times in the first 5 minutes. Sergei Nemchinov with the first of 3 goals. But the Sabres scored 5 straight. Alexander Mogilny with a backhander past Mike Richter. Mogilny leads the NHL with 49 goals. Rangers lost 6-4, a game they should have won.
This is when teams start separating themselves from the pack. And as you see in the Patrick division, there's a tight-knit group right now between 2nd and 5th, and even 6th for that matter. So the teams that can put some wins on the board in late January and February, it makes that much easier because come March, our points are tough to come by.
Now, the last time I took pro wrestling seriously, I was 10 years old. It's become a celebration of violence and a monument to steroid use. But we acknowledge tonight the passing of a character. Andrei Rene Russimov, known as Andre the Giant, has passed away of a heart attack in Paris at age 46. He was 7 feet 4 inches, 520 pounds, the result of a disorder marked by progressive enlargement. He turned a negative into a positive, enjoying a successful career as a villain then hero. Russimov acted in movies. He participated in several charitable causes. Back at 11 with the highlights and the lowdown, if you keep it where it is.
All right, Sal. Thank you. See you then.
Sal. Well, finally tonight, we know that there's a lot riding on tomorrow's Super Bowl, but the rivalry is really heating up in the New York and Texas governor's mansions.
Yeah, Governor Cuomo has bet Texas Governor Ann Richards 1,000 buffalo chicken wings that the Bills will win. Richards is peppering the pot, betting a year's supply of jalapeno peppers that the Cowboys win. Now, she says she'll make them mild in consideration of what she says are our delicate Yankee taste buds she has not eaten in the NBC cafeteria.
I know, but anyway, it should be a terrific barbecue. That's it for us. We'll
see you at 11.
Right.
Tonight, we'll be starting a fabulous fashion show with some beautiful actors, actresses. We're starting with a few short minutes. Start looking in there right now to work the ladies' What to do if you have got Steve in the bed and the bed has red blue backfield green in it, please return your Steves right now.
Okay, while you're doing that, please enjoy some more music by Mix 105 WNBC. Thank you very much.
It's one of the world's best trampolinists, and they're going to be trampolining with Steve and Silver. That's going to